morning, another Monday. Goodness me, we've got 3.5 weeks to go until the end of the year. 3.5 weeks, not very long. So what have we done about next year? And it might seem a little odd to be talking about next year when we haven't even finished this year. Well, planning can get like that, especially when you're in business. If we're not planning ahead, business is passing us by. And, well, the same thing goes for life, really. If we're not planning what we're doing, life is passing us by. It's getting away from us. And we really don't want to do that, because we can wander through life and look back in seemingly no time at all and wonder where it all went. Or we can make ourselves a few plans, get ourselves organised, act on those plans, and achieve things that actually make us happy. So, subject of this morning's Monday motivation: what have you done about next year? Now, next year, in this case right now, is calendar year 2021. Whatever time you look at look forward at what's happening for your next year, could be any time at all. But because we've got this calendar, let's use the calendar. 3.5 weeks to go. What have you planned that's going to happen for you and your business for 2021? If you aren't a person who plans, perhaps it's time that you just had a look and found out how easy it is to make a plan about what you want to do. For example, if you got up this morning and had some breakfast, or you get up this morning and have some breakfast, you're achieving something. You actually made a plan to do that. Even though you might have thought of it just a few moments before you actually sat down to breakfast, you still made a plan, and you carried out that plan to make sure that you had your breakfast. Now, I know that's an oversimplification of planning, but that's what planning is. It's identify something that you want, make a plan about how you're going to achieve it. What action steps do you need to take in order to achieve whatever it is that you would like to have? Now write it down. Why do we write it down? Simple reason. We write it down because if we leave it to our mind, chances are our mind is going to get sidetracked. It's going to be doing something else, thinking about something else, and it's going to forget a step here and there. If you forget a step here and there in a plan to achieve something, chances are you're not going to achieve whatever it is that you wanted to achieve. So write it down and then act on it. Just do something about it. As soon as you start doing something, generally speaking, you'll find that things start to happen. Things start coming your way. In the early stages of making plans, sometimes the things that come our way aren't precisely what we thought would. That's okay, because when we undertake activities, we find that, okay, maybe we need to change this little bit or that little bit just to get it absolutely right. The things that happen around us are just messengers. They're just letting us know that, wow, you're on the right track, or perhaps you need to change this or that in order to be on the right track. But once you start doing something, other things start to happen. Because they start to happen, you have an opportunity to choose to do the things that are going to help you get to where you want to get more quickly. It's a wonderful thing about time. Once you've got a plan and you start working that plan, all of a sudden those things that appeared like they might take forever to get happening are happening really, really quickly. You're achieving things in much less time. The better you plan, the shorter the time frame. So let's start making plans. Is it too late now? No, of course it's not too late. It doesn't matter where you are, what the time is relative to whatever outcome it is that you want to achieve. A plan of any nature is better than no plan at all. No plan at all will typically have us wandering around just not achieving things. So make a plan. Make it as clear as you possibly can. Make it as detailed as you possibly can. but work the plan. Okay, the plan sitting in the cupboard, forgotten about, is not much good. The plan that you actively follow and put into action all of those steps that you identified you need to take is going to see you achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve much more quickly, much more easily. A lot less fuss just seems to happen for you. So hop into that and make the most of it, because you've got a whole year ahead of you where you can be achieving things, or the year can vanish on you. And if ever you've had one vanish on you, look back and remember what it was like at the end of it. What did I achieve in that year? If the answer was, well, I don't know, make a plan. Make sure you're going to achieve something for this year coming. Make 2021 special, because let's face it, 2020 was pretty special. It just wasn't necessarily the best year we could have had. There was all sorts of things that popped up on us, that obstacles that we hadn't foreseen. Okay? That's another wonderful thing about planning. If you make a detailed plan, very often you will have in place all of the strategies necessary to deal with such things as a COVID-19 popping up out of the blue. So make a plan, set 2021 up to be your year, and start putting it into action right now, so that when 2021 starts, you're in the right place to take the greatest advantage possible of 2021. See you next week. Have a great week this week.